We're breaking down everything you need to know for a trip to Walt Disney World in the month of May. From navigating the Flower and Garden Festival to handling the low crowds and May the 4th celebrations, this is your complete plan. So, you're planning a trip to Walt Disney World this May? And let's be honest, it can feel a little chaotic. It's this weird but wonderful month in the parks. You've probably heard that crowds might be lower, but then you see this massive flower and garden festival is happening. You're trying to guess what to pack for the weather, and did someone mention something about Star Wars? It's a lot to keep straight. Well, don't you worry, because in this video, we're breaking down everything you need to know to make your trip absolutely magical. We're going to build your perfect plan for visiting Walt Disney World in May, covering what you really need to expect with the crowds and weather, how to conquer the Flower and Garden Festival, what's happening for May the 4th, and exactly what to throw in your suitcase. This is your ultimate guide, so let's get to it. All right. Let's tackle the two biggest questions for any trip right off the bat. How busy will it be? And what's the weather really like? May is what the travel world calls a shoulder season. It's this awesome sweet spot tucked between the wild spring break crowds and the huge summer rush that kicks off in June. Because of this, May is generally a much calmer and more manageable month to visit. Most crowd calendars will show you light to moderate crowds, which is fantastic news for your sanity and your wait times. But, and this is a big but, there are a couple of important dates to keep on your radar. The major one is Memorial Day weekend, at the end of the month, of course. That 3-day weekend will absolutely bring a big surge in people, so if your dates are flexible, you might want to plan around it. Another thing to watch out for are the big youth sporting events at the ESPN Wide World of Sports complex. These tournaments can bring in thousands of athletes and their families, causing these surprise crowd spikes that you weren't expecting. It's always a smart move to check the ESPN complex event schedule before you lock in your dates. Now, let's talk weather. May is when Central Florida decides summer is officially on the way. You can expect warm evenings in the high 60s, with daytime temperatures climbing into the high 80s or even low 90s. And yes, the humidity is definitely making its grand entrance. May also unofficially kicks off Florida's wet season. This means you're almost guaranteed to see some afternoon rain showers or even a full-on thunderstorm. But honestly, don't let this scare you. The storms are usually dramatic but quick. They roll in, cool everything down, and then they're gone. The best way to handle it is to build your day around the weather. Hit those popular outdoor rides in the cooler morning hours. When the sun is blazing in the afternoon, that's your cue to see an indoor show, have a long lunch, or maybe even head back to your resort for a swim. You can then pop back into the parks for a much more pleasant evening. Okay, on to the star of the show for any spring trip to Disney World, the Epcot International Flower and Garden Festival. In 2025, the festival ran from March 5th all the way to June 2nd, so your May visit is perfectly timed to see it in full bloom. This festival turns Epcot into a paradise of color, flavor, and music. It can be a little overwhelming, so let's break it down into 3 parts: the sights, the sounds, and the tastes. First up, the sights. This is what the festival is famous for. All over the park, you'll find over 70 incredible topiaries of Disney characters. You've got classics like Mickey and Minnie greeting you at the entrance, and stunning displays from movies like Encanto and The Lion King. They're literally living art. Beyond the topiaries, the whole park is just bursting with gorgeous global gardens and flower beds that make for the most amazing photo ops. Next, the sounds. Every evening, the America Gardens Theater hosts the Garden Rocks concert series. These concerts are included with your park ticket and feature well-known bands from the 70s, 80s, 90s, and 2000s. They play a few times each night, so you have plenty of chances to catch a show. The lineup changes every few days, so be sure to check the schedule online before your trip to see who's playing. And finally, my favorite part, the tastes. Dotted all around the World Showcase and other parts of Epcot are over 24 outdoor kitchens. These are basically food booths, each serving a unique menu of small sample-sized plates and drinks inspired by fresh garden ingredients. It's the best way to eat your way around the globe. You can find everything from barbecue to seafood to mind-blowing desserts. Here's a pro tip. Look at the menus online before you go and make a must-eat list. And seriously, consider loading money onto a Disney gift card to make budgeting easier. It's way too easy to get carried away. Hey, if you're finding these tips helpful for your May planning, do me a quick favor and hit that subscribe button. We put out guides just like this all the time to help you have the best Disney vacation ever. All right, back to the May magic. From flowers to the Force, one of the coolest things about a May visit is the May the 4th Be With You celebration for Star Wars Day. The headquarters for all things Star Wars is, of course, Disney's Hollywood Studios. On and around May 4th, the park is buzzing with special stuff for fans. Disney likes to keep the exact details a secret until it gets closer, but based on past years, we have a pretty good idea of what to expect. This usually means exclusive, limited edition merchandise that people line up for at rope drop. You'll also find special themed food and drinks all over the park, like creative cocktails at Oga's Canteen or fun desserts. And maybe the most exciting part, you might run into some rare Star Wars characters who aren't usually out and about. It's a day with incredible energy and a ton of fun for any Star Wars fan. But here's the warning. This celebration causes a massive, very specific crowd spike at Hollywood Studios. If you're a diehard Star Wars fan, you have to be there. My advice? Get to the park way before it opens. If you're not a big fan, May the 4th is absolutely perfect day for you to visit a different park, like Magic Kingdom or Animal Kingdom, and enjoy the lighter crowds over there. So, with all that in mind, how should you tackle each park? Let's map out a quick strategy. For Epcot, it's all about the festival. This is not a park to rush in May. I strongly suggest giving it at least one full day or even a day and a half. Use the morning to ride headliners with lower weights like Test Track and Remy's Ratatouille Adventure. Then spend your afternoon and evening just enjoying the World Showcase. Graze at the outdoor kitchens, admire the topiaries, and catch a Garden Rocks concert. For Hollywood Studios, your game plan depends on the date. On May the 4th, prepare for battle, especially around Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. Any other day, use early entry if you have it and head straight for Slinky Dog Dash or Rise of the Resistance. Also, 2 new shows, The Little Mermaid, a musical adventure, and a villain show called Disney Villains Unfairly Ever After, have debuted and will likely draw more crowds as well. Magic Kingdom is your old reliable. It's less affected by the May-specific events, making it a great pick for May 4th or a busy weekend. Your classic strategies work best here. Show up early, use Genie Plus for the big ones like Peter Pan's Flight and Jungle Cruise, and stay late for the fireworks and the new nighttime parade, Disney Starlight, Dream the Night Away. Finally, Animal Kingdom. My best advice is to treat this as a morning park. The animals are way more active when it's cooler, and the park's amazing, dense greenery can make it feel extra hot and sticky in the afternoon. Knock out Avatar Flight of Passage and Kilimanjaro safaris early. Wander the trails, and then you can park hop somewhere else for the rest of the day. Okay, let's talk practical stuff. What to pack and how to plan your day so you stay comfortable and happy. Your May packing list is all about managing heat and rain. Think lightweight, breathable clothes. Cotton and linen are your best friends. Sunscreen, a good hat, and sunglasses are completely non-negotiable. Here's a pro tip that's a game changer for me. Bring a few cooling towels. You just get them wet, wring them out, and they feel like heaven on a hot afternoon. And for those pop-up showers, a couple of cheap ponchos or a travel umbrella in your bag will save the day. Most importantly, comfortable broken-in walking shoes. And I always recommend bringing a backup pair. For your daily strategy, just remember a few key things. First, get to the park before it opens for, quote, rope drop. It's the single best way to ride one or two popular attractions with a short wait before the heat really kicks in. Second, embrace the midday break. Seriously, when the sun is at its peak and the crowds are thickest, go back to your hotel, take a nap, go for a swim, and just recharge. You will feel so much better when you return to the park for the evening. Third, be on the top of your reservations. You can book dining 60 days in advance, and for the most popular restaurants, you'll want to do it the day your window opens. Trust me. And that's the scoop on visiting Walt Disney World in May. It's a truly incredible time to go. You get to enjoy these generally moderate crowds while also experiencing the absolute spectacle of the Epcot International Flowering Garden Festival. You can live out your Jedi dreams on May the 4th and take advantage of warm, sunny weather that's perfect for a pool day. With just a little bit of smart planning for the heat, rain, and special events, you are set to have an unforgettable and totally magic vacation. Now that you've got your May plan figured out, are you wondering exactly what else to cram into your suitcase? Check out our complete Disney World packing guide right here for a detailed checklist. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you again on the next one.